here with Samie Parker. Now, obviously, there wasn't a reality show when you were in high school at Long Beach Poly. How do you think you would have dealt with something like that?
Man, that would have been a great experience. I mean, just watching what we've seen today, it just hit home because some of the same issues that I was going through back when I was growing up, coming in high school, and some of the same issues that they're going through now. And, just us being around, we can kind of help out, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it was a great thing.
Some of the issues that you were facing, just wanting to get out of Long Beach, wanting to get a college scholarship, what kind of stuff, gangs?
Man, everything that they showed, pretty much gangs, want to get a scholarship, my dad not being there, all those issues really hit home to me and kind of touched me in a way, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I kind of really feel where these people are coming from because I've been through the same stuff and, everything that I've been through and, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, they can make it to the same place that I made it and, if they wanted to talk to me and, I'm going to try to reach out to these guys and let them know that, anything is possible because I've been through the same thing, hopped over the same hurdles, and it's possible to get the job done.
When you were in high school, was Oregon on your radar?
Man, when I was in high school, it was just pretty much anybody, really. I just needed an opportunity. I just wanted an opportunity, a chance, to further myself in the classroom, on the football field, because, growing up, that was my dream, pretty much to play professional football. I never really thought about college or anything like that. All I knew was professional, and, there was one way or another I was trying to get there.
How did Oregon turn up for you? How did that come about?
Oregon turned out basically because I went out there, inserted myself on the field and made plays, and opportunity came to me, and I went there because it was just a great experience, a great family feel, and growing up in a large family of myself, I have 4 other brothers and sisters, so it was just I had a family feel, and I felt that was a place for me.
Now Oregon, I think it's fair to say they've become a powerhouse. Has that surprised you at all, or is this what the program's always been about?
I think that's what the program's always been about. We had a caliber of players. We just didn't have the quality of opponents sometimes get on the schedule to line up to show them what we can do. But every time we had the opportunity to get out there and showcase what we could do, we got the job done. What is like 9? It went from 8 wins when I first got there to 9 wins to 10 wins, and Fiesta Bowl, and I think that kind of really laid the groundwork for everything, and everything just kind of fall in place after that.
And now obviously playing in the UFL, and there's some other guys right now with some downtime with the lockout. Do you think that any current players might turn to that if the lockout situation isn't handled?
No, I don't think so. Maybe the younger guys, but I think the older vets, they will sit and just kind of just wait it out. But if they come, so be it. The more the better. It's always, I'm always up for a challenge. If there's any other receivers that's coming out there to try to push, to take opportunity for me to play, because I know I can play with any of them. Whether it be in the UFL or the NFL or wherever it may be, I know I can get the job done. So it's whatever.
How does it compare to being in the NFL?
A lot of people might think it's a step down, but it's really not. Because the quality and the caliber of players that we have in the UFL is pretty much all the guys that played in the NFL, one way or another, whether they're on a practice squad, whether they played for 5-10 years. Dante Culpepper, Jeff Garcia, Amon Green, Cato June, guys that been around, got Super Bowls, that been to Pro Bowls, things like that. So we have the caliber of players there. It's just we just don't have the opportunity that the other guys are getting. If we had the same opportunity, if we was all just get out there on the same playing field, I think that we'll be able to push these guys, whether it's for a job or just to play against them in a preseason game. I think we'll be able to get the job done, and people will be shocked, like, okay, I really see that these guys are really playing football out here. It's not no slappies out there.
So do you think that you guys prepare the same way, prepare as much as you did in the NFL?
Yeah, it's the same exact thing. Everything. Wake up in the morning, 7 o'clock, 7:30, we got special team meeting, then we got offensive meeting, position meetings. Same thing that we went through in the NFL, the same thing we're going through in the UFL. And just just on a smaller scale. We're not in as big as cities. We don't have a great fan turnout as of yet. Omaha was averaging 23,000. They sold out their stadium every game, and that was their first year last year. So that was a great look for us. We averaged, in Las Vegas, we averaged like 14,000. So, the crowds are coming around. Sacramento had 18,000. So, they're just coming around. We just got to get, really, they got to work on the marketing just to get really the league out there. And I think, they take care of itself because, the quality of opponents is there, and everything is there for you to see.
Does everyone lay it out on the line physically the same way they would on Sundays?
I mean, you go out there and you ask, I think somebody was telling me Dominic Rose had an interview talking about, because he came over there and he played last year, and they was like, they asked him on ESPN or radio or something like that, they asked him, he said the comparison between the NFL and the UFL, he was like, you know what I'm saying, the first time I got hit, I was like, okay, this is serious. Like, you know what I'm saying, he probably thought he was going to come out there and rest for 2008 games, but you know what I'm saying, when they got out there and, you know what I'm saying, felt people really out there hitting, playing for real, it was like, okay, I understand. Like, you know what I'm saying, they really hungry. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of guys like myself and other cats that really know that we belong in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And we like, okay, we got to showcase our talent here. You know what I'm saying? And try to get back to the big stage. You know what I mean? So it's just an opportunity. That's all it is.
For you, are you playing because you believe that you still can be in the NFL?
I know I can still be in the NFL. I mean, there's no question to it. You know what I mean? Give me the right opportunity. I would really, you know what I'm saying, hands down, I believe I belong there. You know, it's just, you know what I'm saying, I got to find the right situation for me. Don't get in the numbers game, or, you know, they bring in, you know, drafted 2-3 guys, something like that. If I get in there, I'm going to get a fair shake with, you know what I'm saying, any receiving core, there's no doubt in my mind I'll make a team.
Have you been doing any workouts with teams? Or have you in the past year or two?
I haven't had any workouts lately. You know, I really don't have an agent, you know what I'm saying, out there marketing me, so I'm just pretty much out here doing it on my own. So, you know, I'm just playing, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they see it on the film and be like, oh, let's bring this guy in or something like that. But, you know, I might have to give me an agent to, you know, really push me out there so I can see what's going on.
Playing at Long Beach Poly, who do you think was the best football player to come out of there?
Oh, man. Best player to come out of there, I mean, you can't really put it on the best player. I mean, there's so many great guys, you know what I'm saying, talent-wise, and, you know, there's guys that, you know what I'm saying, that need to make it to the NFL that are better than some of the cats that made it to the NFL, you know what I mean, just because, you know what I'm saying, they messed up in, you know what I'm saying, in the books, or, you know what I'm saying, they chose to do other things than to play football. So, I mean, you can't really, you know what I'm saying, put, you know what I'm saying, a label on it, I don't think, because, like I said, there's so much great talent out there that didn't make it, and there, you know what I'm saying, cats that made it, you know, it's just, the bar is just, you know what I'm saying, uneven, really, I would say.
How about the guys that did make it?
Oh, man, I mean, then you got to go what position and what time, what era. It's just, I mean, it's just stuff that you can, you know what I'm saying, go on and on. Like, you know what I'm saying, in the 90s, or you want to go to 2000, or you want to go here. I mean, it's just, like I said, you can't really put, you know what I'm saying, put a finger on one guy.
You know, Oregon right now, they've been investigated for some of their really good players, you know, coming out of Texas and ending up there. And they're saying stuff like that the coaches pay these street agents to get some of those players out there. Do you think any of that type of stuff is going on?
No, I don't think any of that stuff is going on. I mean, they just want to go to a winning program. You know, and we're a winning program. We got the best uniforms, so you know what I mean. We got the best facilities, so that all that, you know what I'm saying, all that sells the kids. You know what I mean. If you come there, you see, so we got state of the art equipment. You know what I'm saying. Have our locker room, our weight room, all that's like, I would say, better than 95% of the NFL. The seven facilities that we have there. So, I mean, all this stuff the kids are getting there, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, they're like at Disneyland, like, oh my God, look, you know what I'm saying, there's just stuff going, you know what I'm saying, here and there. So, I don't think it's, you know what I'm saying, no illegal stuff going on. It's just, you know what I'm saying, a way to somebody try to bring us down. But, you know, if, you know what I'm saying, if that's what they're trying to, you know what I'm saying, figure a way to slow us down, because we're heading up so fast, I mean, so be it, but, you know, so we can get the job done one way or another.
How much do the facilities and the uniforms play a role in someone's decision where they're going to go to school, like Oregon?
I think it plays a huge role. I mean, because, you know what I'm saying, who don't like looking good? I mean, you look good, you play good, you know what I mean? And coming to Oregon, you know, come on to Oregon, come to Eugene, we going to get it done. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying, who won't wake up, you know what I'm saying, and be like, oh, okay, what are we going to wear today? Like, we got, you know what I'm saying, we got like 10 uniforms, we got 3-4 different helmets. I mean, we got so many different combinations. Like, if you put the combinations together, I think they said we got something like 35 combinations you can wear, you know what I mean? Come with the black top or the white pants or all black. And, I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, it's just, you know what I'm saying, from somebody coming, you know what I'm saying, with 2 uniforms, you know what I'm saying, solid green, solid white. I mean, okay, that's cool, but, you know what I'm saying, just imagine having 6-7 different uniforms to choose from, but then you can mix and match those 7 different uniforms. Then we got the throwback uniforms. I mean, it's just, the list just go on and on. And I think, you know what I'm saying, the facilities play a huge part in, you know what I'm saying, recruiting. I mean, because, you know what I'm saying, once you go there, I mean, then you go to another school, you're going to be like, there's no comparison. I mean, you go to USC, I mean, you can go there for tradition, and, you know what I'm saying, they win sometimes, but you go to Oregon, and you're like, okay, they have facilities, they're winning, they're putting guys in the NFL. I mean, You can go to USC and get stacked behind, you know, you go running back, you know what I'm saying, they got 5, you know what I'm saying, top 15 running backs that they came here in the past 3 years, you know what I'm saying. Or you can go to Oregon, you know what I'm saying, they got, you know what I'm saying, they got a couple, you know what I'm saying, they got 2, you know what I'm saying, hard hitting running backs, and then it's like, who are these other guys, you know what I'm saying. So like I said, you know what I'm saying, you can go over here where, you know what I'm saying, it's stacked, or you can come over here and compete, you know what I'm saying, and get the job done. It's plain and simple.